Hi, my name is Maureen Loach. I live in Beamsville, Ontario, and I believe we're going to talk about my husband, Gerald Loach, better known as Jerry. I first met Jerry in 1952, in March of 1952, at the YMCA at a club called the 2030, which was a club for young people between the ages of 20 and 30. And it was always a dance, and that's where I met him, at the dance. So that was in March, and by June of the same year, we were engaged. And from then, I guess 1954, June, our first daughter was born. We eventually had 7 children. Within 11 years, we had 7 children, 4 girls and 3 boys. Jerry was born in 1924 in Edmonton, Alberta. He and a twin sister. He was very tiny, as a matter of fact. He actually went down to only 1 pound, so it's fortunate that he actually survived. He lived on a farm with his parents until he still lived on the farm, but when he was about 2.5, his mother had tuberculosis and was in a sanatorium. While she was there, she actually had another child. So he was raised basically by his father on a farm, and did not really see his mother, only once, and she died actually when he was 10 years old. So he was without a mother for 8 years. He eventually, when he grew up, he joined the Air Force, was stationed in Edmonton. When he came out of the Air Force, he took a course and did carpentry. Eventually, there was no job in Edmonton, and he had a brother living in Hamilton, and he came to Hamilton, and he found a job in Hamilton. And was very fortunate from then on that he basically had work. It was interesting raising 7 children. It was fun. A lot of hard work, but it was great. We have wonderful 7 children.
Growing up in a family with 6 other brothers and sisters was incredible, and we did everything together. Again, because my parents, they were this team that we would do vacations together, camping trips all my life. We would go to church together. We would sing in the choir together. We would dress up as clowns for the Santa Claus parade. And there's my dad in a clown suit, and we'd all go, walking down the street as a part of the Santa Claus parade, giving out candy canes and things like that.
It was so much fun because we all, of course, we never had our own rooms, so we had to share our rooms, and there was always fun stuff that went on there. And, even though we didn't have a lot monetarily and stuff, we had what we needed. And we never felt like we were going without anything, and it was just the best. To this day, we're all super close. We all love each other. We talk to each other all the time. We love getting together and spending time together. There's never a time where you're not hugging each other when we see each other, and hugging and kissing them when we leave.
And so, you wanted to play baseball. I can remember one day, saying, "Come on, can we go play baseball?" So, there's Dad and Mom gathering up all the brothers and sisters, and you didn't even need any other friends per se, because there you were. You could just all go and play a game of baseball together in the park, right?
Special memories of him. Well, I fell in love with him right away. It was very quick. He was a very easygoing person who showed a lot of respect for me. In fact, he always said, if you don't like it, let me know. Don't just do it because I want to do it. He was also very thrifty with his money. And so fortunately, even though we were just married, we were able to purchase a home, which was wonderful.
Oh my God, there are so many, but one that always just kind of comes back, and it's just a simple little thing. He was in the pool in the backyard one day, and I remember walking out there and saying, "Hey, Dad, is the water warm?" And he goes, "No, I don't want a war." And then it's like, no, that's not what he said. But just simple little things like that,
Well, my dad always rode his bike to work. He worked in a school, and we didn't live far from the school. And so he'd get up in the morning and he'd set his plate out at night with his cereal bowl, with his cereal in it, and he'd have his coffee mug, and he'd have everything organized because he'd have to get up early and be on his way. So he was gone by the time we would get up usually. And so he'd be gone all day. And one of my favorite times was we would walk down to the end of the street to greet him because he was going to be coming around the corner on his bike, and then we'd hop on the handlebars and he'd drive us down the street, and there's just so many memories of him working in his workshop. We were always back there in the backyard in the shed, and he was working on something for the family. He was putting an addition on the house. He was building things for Christmas, or if Nana needed something, new cabinets, he was out there after work.
Yes, having a large family is difficult to take fancy vacations. So we started out with a tent and the mattress off our bed. And from then it just kept on going, gradually a camper into a van, but we loved camping. We traveled everywhere from coast to coast and down through the states, basically from coast to coast. When we retired, we actually spent winters, quite a few winters in Florida, and loved that. We did a lot of traveling on our own. We traveled to Alaska twice. We also spent a month in Portugal. So we have a lot of memories from our travels.
Knowing that this same feeling is going to be graced upon me and the rest of my siblings and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren, just to know that it's just a wonderful thing, and life will go on, and we'll just always have good memories and just an abundant feeling of love that we can forward on to our children, and they can forward it on to their children. And that's the legacy of my father. Just a kind, patient, loving human being who is just a joy to have had. And it's been a privilege to be brought up by a man like that.
This is one of his favorite tunes. It's kind of like, that Leroy Brown. side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. If you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Well, Leroy was more than trouble. You see, he stand about 6'4". And I messed it up again, but that's alright. Well, he's bad, bad Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than a whole King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he definitely liked all his the guitar.
It was sad, of course. I miss him every day. I think about him every day, especially at meal times, dinner, where we would sit together and usually watch the 6 o'clock news and the evenings. That's when I miss him the most. But we both knew that his time was coming, and we were both ready. He knew that I was ready. He knew that I was involved with a lot of music programs, choirs, and so on. And at one point, he wanted me to be around all the time, but I had to say to him, Jerry, you know I'm going to be here after you. My life has to go on. And he understood that. The last few days were very quick, but very peaceful. He was ready, and I was ready. And I have to tell you that one of the last things he said, he was a very spiritual person, and one of the last things he said was, Lord, I can't be your servant anymore. And he had been a servant all his life. He's happy, and he knows that I'm happy and I'm going to go on, and someday I'll meet him again.
This is the Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.